What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another high-quality foodie feature for you here on the channel, where I've returned to Taco Bell, this time to check out the return of a fun menu favorite that I've never tried until right now. That's right, you already know what it is. It's the Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch, so stay tuned because it's up next.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
So here we go with the returning Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch. My first time going in on this one, and I have to say the presentation is looking pretty hefty, and considering the ingredients in this one, you're about to find out exactly why. Alright, so what we've got here is their famous Doritos Nacho Cheese Taco Shell on the inside, and on the outside of it is actually a slightly crispy gordita flatbread-like outer shell that's actually separated with a 3-cheese blend. So we've got a little bit of glue to hold these things together. And on the inside of that Doritos Nacho Cheese Taco Shell, we've got some seasoned ground beef, some spicy ranch, some shredded lettuce, and some shredded cheddar cheese on the very top, guys. And I have to say again, it looks pretty substantial, and I have to admit, for the close to $5 asking price for this, I would expect nothing less. This is actually looking and smelling pretty great, actually. Alright, so let's see if all these flavors are going to deliver. This is the returning Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch here at Taco Bell. Let's peep out this flavor. Yes, sir, this definitely presents pretty well, guys. I have to admit that flatbread-like outer gordita shell is a lovely situation. Lightly crispy, it's got some softness to it at the same time, and it feels a little powdery in the hand. And on the inside, the Doritos Nacho Cheese Taco Shell, looking really, really nice, and plenty of that seasoned beef. And again, very substantial in the hand. For close to $5, like I said, I really am glad this is actually filling out my hand pretty nicely. It feels pretty good. All right, let's confirm the goodness for you with this one, guys. My first time, like I said, going in on it. It's the returning Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Let's do it. Right off the break, the nice softness of that gordita shell is really lighting this one up already, guys. It kind of precursors everything that you're getting into here, and then all the regular Taco Bell flavors begin to come through with a little bit of the Doritos action on the very end right over there. Very nice in terms of the ground beef. This one is pretty packed, and plenty of the cheese is actually in the middle of this one, separating the nacho cheese shell and the gordita shell. Very lovely right there. The nice spiciness that I'm getting from the spicy ranch, and of course the accents of the lettuce and the extra shredded cheddar cheese on the top is only dovetailing further into this one to give you even more of that flavor that you'd expect from this. This is pretty great. But still very carby at the same time. I mean, of course you're going to expect that, right? You have the outer gordita shell, you have the crunchy taco shell on the inside, so you're already expecting it to be a little bit high in that category. But all the regular flavors are beginning to come through, and again, guys, I'm really digging the softness of it here. I don't really have gorditas too often, but I have to admit it goes amazing when you combo it up with that Doritos Nacho Cheese Shell here. It really is one of the signatures on Taco Bell's menu, and I'm glad that it's back. This really is the preferred way, I think, to have one of these things. And I gotta say, if I do get this one again, which I'm probably going to, this is how I'm gonna do it. Because being that we don't have the double cheesy Gordita Crunch, which actually came out about 3 or so years ago back in the menu over here, this is actually the next best thing because you're getting a really, really solid amount of food either way, but with the familiarity of the Doritos Locos Taco, which is pretty nice. So let's keep going in, guys. This is pretty tasty. That's really good. Let me turn this one sideways so you can see a little bit more of the layers. And as you can see, there is no shortage of the seasoned beef over here at Taco Bell. It's their signature in terms of the protein for sure. It's very unmistakable for what it is when you're having it. The spicy ranch goes amazing with it. And honestly, with the shredded lettuce and the capper with that shredded cheddar cheese, a very nice combination. There's really no nacho cheese sauce that's needed with this one. And essentially what you're getting that is in between the actual gordita shell and the Doritos Nacho Cheese Taco Shell itself. So that combination still is there. But I gotta say, the prevalent flavors on this one is easily gonna be the actual meat itself, along with the spiciness of that ranch, and of course the softness and the crunch that you're getting from the outer shells. Pretty nice stuff here. Alright, and because I got some hot sauce this time out, we're gonna go in on some Diablo action right now, just to give this a shot with the flavors. Problem solved. Let's crack this open real quick and we'll give it a shot. I'm really digging the way that this looks, guys. This is really nice. So let me try and keep this focus as much as possible. Get it all along here. There we go, some lovely action. I'm usually more into the fire sauce myself, but I figured, you know what, let's just go big. We're going big with one of these right now. Let's go for the Top Gun sauce. Let's give it a shot. Here we go with the Diablo. The heat is not crazy on this. I like it though. It's like a kicked up fire sauce, but it's good. Yeah, this just feels like a little bit of a kicked up fire sauce. It's nothing crazy, and considering the weather's cooler right now here in Southern Cali, I'm not minding it at all. But still, guys, a very lovely situation with this one. And I gotta say, I'm glad I gave this one a shot for the Taco Bell playlist here on the channel. This is definitely a very tasty alternative to the regular gordita, and a very easy recommendation, especially with the Doritos Nacho Cheese Taco Shell. It really makes this one and adds just another layer of nacho cheesiness at the very end of it, even though all the other dominant flavors are really kicking this one up. This is easily worth your time, and I think pretty much worth the asking price. Pretty tasty.
Order ahead and pick yours up at our contactless drive-thru.
So yeah, just a little quickie review and breakdown of the returning yet new for me Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch. And I gotta say, guys, again, I'm glad to have given this one a shot, because while it's not the quintessential Taco Bell item on the menu because it's missing sour cream and the tomatoes and the things that you'd probably expect to find anyway, the spicy ranch is a nice add-on to that. And thankfully, the cheese that it actually has in the very bottom that separates the gordita shell and the nacho cheese taco shell, I gotta say, it really works out pretty nicely, guys. It's just enough, but it really highlights the other flavors in that one. So still, I think it is pretty much worth the asking price. A very tasty item, especially with some of that Diablo sauce. Pretty good. So with that said, I'm gonna have to give the Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch here at Taco Bell an easy 8 out of 10. Guys, very tasty across the board, and like I said, all those flavors from Taco Bell, minus the sour cream and the tomatoes, are coming through pretty nicely. Their spicy ranch is always a favorite, and the duality between the softness and the crunch goes pretty nicely. And again, the name brand Doritos goodness at the very end is a little bit of the accent on top of the garnishment of the shredded cheddar cheese on the top. Pretty tasty. Alright, so outside of the obvious of me asking you if you're going to be giving this one a shot, do me a quick favor. Drop some comments down below. Let me know how excited you are to give this variation of the classic gordita a shot over here at Taco Bell. Are you going to be upgrading the taco shell on the inside with that Dorito goodness? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Yes, sir. Pretty tasty on this one, guys. And I gotta say, this Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch is definitely fitting for the season. I mean, considering Halloween is right around the corner, just look at the orange goodness in this one here right now. It kind of fits if you ask me. And again, the color duality is looking pretty awesome on it. Pretty tasty. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.